Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today I have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Cybernetwork, let me be crystal clear. Hacking is illegal. It is a serious offense that can lead to severe consequences, including legal action and imprisonment. The purpose of this video is not to encourage or condone any illegal activities. Instead, it aims to educate and inform. This essay is for educational purposes only. It is designed to provide valuable insights into the world of cybersecurity, helping individuals understand the importance of protecting their digital assets. Education is the first step towards creating a safer online environment for everyone. My goal is to shine a light on a common security flaw called an open redirect bug. This vulnerability can be exploited by malicious actors to redirect users to harmful websites without their knowledge. By learning about this flaw, you can take steps to prevent it from being used against you. By understanding how these vulnerabilities work, website owners can better protect themselves and their users. Knowledge of potential threats allows for the implementation of stronger security measures, reducing the risk of cyber attacks and data breaches. Think of this as a lesson in how to secure your house. Just as you would install locks and alarms to protect your home, you need to implement cybersecurity measures to safeguard your digital presence. This includes using strong passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and keeping your software up to date. If you know how burglars think, you can anticipate their moves and fortify your defenses. Similarly, understanding the tactics used by cybercriminals can help you stay one step ahead. Regularly monitoring your systems for unusual activity and educating yourself about new threats are crucial steps in maintaining your security. The information here is not a weapon, but a shield. Use it wisely. It is meant to empower you with the knowledge needed to protect yourself and your digital assets. Remember, in the digital age, staying informed and vigilant is your best defense against cyber threats. Always prioritize security and never underestimate the importance of being prepared. Imagine you're browsing the web, casually checking your emails or scrolling through social media. Everything seems normal, right? You come across a link that looks perfectly legitimate. Maybe it's a link to your bank, a popular online store, or even a news article. Without a second thought, you click on it. But instead of reaching the intended site, you find yourself on a page that looks suspiciously similar, but isn't quite right. It's a malicious site designed to steal your login credentials or personal information. This deceptive trick is made possible by an open redirect bug. It's a vulnerability that allows attackers to manipulate a website's URL redirection functionality, leading you to a dangerous destination. Essentially, an open redirect bug lets hackers alter the path of a link. They can take a URL that should lead to a safe site and redirect it to a malicious one without you even realizing it. In simpler terms, they can hijack links and send unsuspecting users to dangerous destinations. This can lead to phishing attacks, where your sensitive information is at risk. These malicious links can be easily disguised, making them difficult for users to spot. They might look almost identical to the real thing, with only minor differences that are hard to notice. Once you enter your credentials on these fake sites, the information is sent directly to the hackers. They can then use it to access your accounts, steal your identity, or commit fraud. To protect yourself, always double-check the URL before entering any personal information. Look for subtle differences such as misspellings or unusual characters. Additionally, enable two-factor authentication on your accounts whenever possible. This adds an extra layer of security, making it harder for hackers to gain access even if they have your password. Staying vigilant and keeping your software up to date can also help protect you from these types of attacks. Regular updates often include patches for known vulnerabilities. By being aware of the risks and taking proactive steps, you can browse the internet with greater confidence and security. Here's how an attacker might exploit an open redirect bug. Step 1. Identify the vulnerability. The attacker first finds a website that's vulnerable to open redirect attacks. This is often the most time-consuming part of the process, as it requires a keen eye and a deep understanding of web security. The attacker will typically use automated tools to scan a large number of websites, looking for specific URL parameters that control redirects. These parameters are often found in the query string of a URL and can be manipulated to redirect users to a different site. This often involves scanning websites for specific URL parameters that control redirects. The attacker might use various tools and techniques to identify these vulnerabilities, such as web crawlers, automated scanners, and manual inspection. They look for patterns in the URLs that indicate the presence of redirect parameters, such as redirect =, URL =, or next =. Once they find a potential target, they will test the parameter to see if it can be exploited. Step 2. Craft the malicious URL. Once the attacker has identified a vulnerable website, they will craft a malicious URL that includes the target website's legitimate domain name, along with a hidden redirect to their own phishing site. This step requires a good understanding of how URLs work and how to manipulate them to achieve the desired outcome. The attacker will carefully construct the URL to ensure that it looks legitimate to the unsuspecting user. Next, they create a malicious URL that includes the target website's legitimate domain name, along with a hidden redirect to their own phishing site. This URL is designed to look as convincing as possible, often mimicking the structure and appearance of a legitimate URL. The attacker may also use various techniques to obfuscate the true destination of the URL, such as URL encoding or using multiple redirects. Step 3. Disguise the link. To trick users, attackers often use URL shortening services or embed the malicious link in emails or social media posts. This step is crucial for the success of the attack, as it relies on the user's trust and lack of suspicion. The attacker will often use social engineering techniques to make the link appear harmless, such as using a trusted sender's email address or posting the link in a reputable forum. To trick users, attackers often use URL shortening services or embed the malicious link in emails or social media posts. They may also use other methods to disguise the link, such as embedding it in a QR code or using a custom domain name that looks similar to the legitimate one. The goal is to make the link as enticing and believable as possible, so that the user is more likely to click on it without thinking twice. Step 4. The trap is sprung. When a user clicks the disguised link, they're first taken to the legitimate website, which then unknowingly redirects them to the attacker's malicious site. This redirection happens so quickly that the user may not even notice it. Once on the malicious site, the attacker can steal sensitive information, install malware, or carry out other malicious activities. When a user clicks the disguised link, they're first taken to the legitimate website, which then unknowingly redirects them to the attacker's malicious site. This is the final step in the attack, and it relies on the user's trust in the legitimate website. The attacker has now successfully exploited the open redirect vulnerability, and the user is at their mercy. It's a stark reminder of the importance of web security and the need to stay vigilant against such threats. The consequences of a successful open redirect attack can be severe. Phishing attacks. Attackers can steal sensitive information like usernames, passwords, and credit card details. Malware distribution. Users can be tricked into downloading and installing malware on their devices. SEO manipulation. Attackers can use open redirects to boost the search engine rankings of malicious websites. These attacks can damage a website's reputation and erode user trust. Staying ahead of the game security tips for website owners. Fortunately, there are several steps website owners can take to protect themselves from open redirect attacks. First, always validate and sanitize any user-supplied data that's used in URL redirects. Next, only allow redirects to a pre-approved list of trusted domains. Also, verify the HTTP referrer header to ensure that redirects originate from legitimate sources. By implementing these measures, website owners can significantly reduce their risk of falling victim to open redirect attacks. The human element, social engineering, and open redirects. Open redirect attacks often rely on social engineering tactics to trick users. Attackers may send phishing emails that appear to be from trusted sources, like a bank or social media platform. These emails often contain urgent or alarming messages that pressure users into clicking on malicious links. For example, an email might claim that there's been suspicious activity on your account and urge you to click a link to verify your information. The importance of continuous vigilance. Protecting against open redirect attacks is an ongoing process, Website owners must remain vigilant and stay informed about the latest security threats. This includes regularly updating software, keeping all software including content management systems and plugins up to date with the latest security patches. Conduct regular security audits to identify and address potential vulnerabilities. And train employees and users about open redirect attacks and how to spot phishing attempts. Conclusion. Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility. Open redirect bugs may seem like a technical issue, but they represent a very real threat to individuals and businesses alike. By understanding how these vulnerabilities work, we can all take steps to protect ourselves and our online assets. Remember, cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay safe. Thanks for watching and learning with me. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I value your feedback, Cyber Network.